Hello and welcome to session 4 of the Adobe Creative Club. And this one is all about video storyboarding. We've got the man with the most, Meredith Jones. How you doing, Meredith?
Hey, Shemai, how are you, Dom? It's lovely to have you back with us. We've been missing you in the last few sessions. It's true. I've had loads of messages saying, where's Dom?
Oh, I am. So for everyone, my name is Dom Trainer. I'm from Adobe. Meredith is our star teacher, knows everything to do with Adobe and things like that. So session 4, what's going on? What are we doing?
Yeah, so cool. So as you know, over the last few sessions, we've been building up our brand for the Outdoor Activity Centre. So the one that I've been using as my example is Gwalia Green Games, if you remember. So what we're going to do today is look at storyboarding. Now, whether you're going to create an animation or create a video, it's a really good idea to have some kind of storyboard in place beforehand. Because if you think about it, if you're going to have to go out and film stuff to make a video, it can be quite expensive to, get hold of a videographer or get hold of gear for the day.
Not wrong
And you
there.
really want to know what you're doing beforehand. And especially if you're animating, you really don't want to be wasting time animating because it's so time consuming anyway. So it's really good to just have a plan for what your video is going to roughly look like. And for that, we use a storyboard, which we're going to make today in Express.
So do all your thinking before you do all your animating.
Yeah. Plan, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. That's what I was taught.
I was thinking, what is that one? I can see my mind thinking, I'm thinking, if he gets it wrong, then it's fine.
I had to crunch some gears in my brain there to remember it. Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, what are we using for this? The trusted old faithful?
Yeah, it's Adobe Express. Yeah, and I love using Adobe Express for storyboarding, and I'll tell you why in a bit. So, should we jump over to the screen?
Yeah, let's do it. There you are.
Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to be planning out a widescreen video today. Okay, so maybe you're going to plan out a vertical video or a square video, maybe if you're going to post it on Instagram. So whatever kind of dimensions of video, at whatever aspect ratio you're thinking of, then you can choose whatever you want here. And you'll see that those are the 3 standard sizes that you get when you start a new project on Express. Okay, square, landscape, and portrait. So I'm going to go for classic widescreen, 16 by 9. I'm going to choose that, and it's going to start a new project for me. All right, so I want to advertise.
YouTube style you've gone for, the classic YouTube size, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and if you were going to post it to Facebook, you'd usually use this size too. But then obviously if you're going to mainly target something like TikTok, Snapchat, or Instagram Reels, then you'd be going for a vertical, kind of a portrait aspect ratio. And then square is an interesting one, isn't it, Don? Because it's not perfect for either scenario, but it is a kind of good halfway house between the two. A square video will look okay on all apps in all orientations. So square is an interesting one. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm geeking out on video dimensions there now. I have to stop myself. Right, so this is our challenge, guys, and you're going to enjoy this. You have to create your video storyboard advertising your Outdoor Activity Centre, and that's all you're allowed to use to create your storyboard is shapes and icons within Express. No photos, no design assets, no video. If you want to use text, you can use text. Okay, I'll give you text as well. Okay, so that's all we can use.
There's a few different things there, isn't there? It's like, actually that keeps it a lot simpler. So you don't have to worry about, like, what am I going to use here? What am I going to use there? And also having that boundary is better for creativity, I would imagine.
It does, yeah. It's going to get you thinking about things differently. And it's also going to speed up the process of creating a storyboard. Because, for example, if you're looking for a person, in the icons, there's only a few different kind of stickman type people. And you're just going to have to pick one and go with it. You know what I mean? Whereas if you were looking at photos, you'd probably be scrolling for half an hour. Well, I would. Yeah. Right, so maybe my first thing I want to do is show the activity center in the middle of the woods. So
right,
I'm
going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah.
First rule of Adobe Express, which is a rule that I never follow myself. What do we have to do first?
Are we going to name it?
Yeah, come on. Otherwise, how are we going to find it? I've got so many projects in Adobe Express, and I have no idea where they are because I didn't name the project.
Yeah, that's a very good point, John. So I'm going to call this video storyboard, and I'm going to put GGG afterwards for Gwalia Green Games, which is my logo. If you remember when I created the logo.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can build up a kind of activity center that shows that we're in the middle of wild Welsh Wales, in the middle of the trees, get some green in there. Maybe there's a lake. So how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, what I like to do is just set the background color to the color of the sky. So I'm just going to click on background color at the top of the screen here, and I'll go into custom, and let's pick a nice. It's always blue skies here in Wales, Dom, as you know. So
that's what the Met Office say.
There's my background color, lovely. And now I want to get some kind of hilly background. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of searching for hills in the icons, I'm actually going to go straight to shapes. Okay, so today we're going to be using shapes and stock icons. Ooh, they've changed the name from icons to stock icons. There we are. You saw it here first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab just shapes. I'm going to start off with a circle. There we go. Okay, and let's make that a nice hilly green. So once again, I'm just mixing with green.
Use that for your hill, are you? A circle like that?
Yeah. So this is straight away, I want you to start thinking about how you're going to use shapes to create some of these images, because there isn't going to be an icon for everything that you want to make.
True.
There we are. So I've got one there, and then you know what I'm going to do now? I'm just going to duplicate that. So I'm going to choose my ellipse, that circle that I created, and I've got the duplicate.
What was the reason why you zoomed out there? Because you've zoomed out the whole screen, haven't you? Like to 25%. Is that so you can build that background there, is it?
It was framed like this, and I think oops, wrong way. I wanted to stretch this out this way. I wanted to stretch out this way. So remember, well, guys, that's a new feature on the new Adobe Express. If you want to zoom in and out on your project, you can just hold down the control button on your keyboards if you're working on a PC, or command on a Mac, and roll your mouse wheel or scroll on your trackpad, and that'll zoom in and out on your canvas. It's really useful. Okay, right. I'm going to duplicate my ellipse and just move it over there. And as simple as that, we've just got some rolling hills. Okay. And then
very much of Abu Dhabi.
What's that?
Reminds me very much of Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I love Abu Dhabi. We've got friends living in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. All right. And do you know what? I'm going to duplicate that again. That ellipse again. And I'm going to change the color of it into only a lake blue.
Yeah. I mean, like, why not change the color? To give some depth and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like green shading or something? Is that what you mean? Yeah. I like that idea. Yeah. So what Dom's talking about there, guys, is these two ellipses that I've got, this green one and this green one, they're the same color at the moment. So if you want, you could just slightly change the color of one of them. Yeah. To do a bit of shading. Okay. Either works or it doesn't. What's that?
Yeah. Bit of depth of field.
I like that. Yes. Now we're talking. And that's my layer that I created there. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's going excellently. Yeah. It's going swimmingly. Right. So let's actually use some stock icons for the first time there. So I'm going to go into elements again now. Click on the elements on the left-hand side. And up at the top, we're going to scroll over to stock icons. And in here, I'm going to search for tree, which starts with a T, not an R. So, right. Okay. So as you can see here, folks, we are limited for options, which is a good thing. Okay, so you can't, we can't have a tree that's got the tree stump and the tree canopy in 2 different colors. You're just going to have to deal with it. You're just going to have to pick a tree, set one color for the whole shape, for the whole icon, and just deal with that. I'm speaking to myself here more than anyone, because I'm usually,
as you know, Dom, you are the world's greatest perfectionist.
I am a fuss pot, when it comes to these things.
That's a very good word for it.
Yeah. So
is that an indigenous tree that you've chosen there?
It is. Looks like an oak tree to me.
Good.
There we go. And as you can see, I've just duplicated it a few times again. And again, as Dom was saying, you could slightly change the color of... Oh, yes. Hello. Now we're talking.
Yeah, nice. And then what about changing the order and stuff like that? So where they pop, you can do that on the right-hand side there, couldn't you?
Yeah, okay. If you want to mess around with the order, remember you've got your layer stack over on the right-hand side here, and you could just drag and drop to taste. All right. So I like those trees. I think I'll be adding some more maybe on the distant hills. So I'm going to make them smaller just to show that that's a bit further away.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I might go for a different species now.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can use, you don't have to just use the same one tree all the time. But again, speed is kind of what we're going for here. Right. So now I'm going to look now for some kind of cabin or a hut. Do you know what I mean? We want an activity center.
Okay.
So I could use that. That's an option. And again, it's not perfect, but I just have to choose one and go with it. Okay, which speeds me up.
And then a new level here.
I can't wait to see your design, Dom. I tell you, I'm excited. So I'm just gonna enhance with clouds. This one will do.
Enhance with clouds. There you go. There you're doing it as well.
And again, I'm just duplicating. I'm also using.
Them, couldn't you? And then.
Look.
That way.
I'm not saying that we're in tune today, Dom, but I was already zoomed in on the flip section here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we could flip these however you want. Flip horizontal, vertical, duplicate both ways. Yeah. Just create different shaped clouds like this.
Yeah.
Not too many, of course, because this is Wales we're talking about, Just one or two. Just one or two.
The microclimate in this adventure center, I think.
It's in a dome. Yeah, it's in... let's make it totally fictional and have a nice bright shining sun as well. And now we know I've gone too far. Cool. So as you can see, we've just built up this quick picture using just the shapes and the stock icons. And, you could add more in there, if you wanted to have little tufts of grass, you could bring those in. But at the end of the day, the idea of this is that we don't spend too long on it.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of scenes to do. But now that I have done that, that grass looks absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that I did it. So
And that is important to actually match the color there, isn't it?
Well, yeah. So to matching color is interesting as well. So say this little patch of grass now, I want it to be this darker shade of green. If you want to do that on Express, you can match the color of a shape or a stock icon to any color that you've got on screen by doing this. Okay, I'll click on fill, and then we're going to use the color picker or the pipette that you've got here. Okay, at the top, just going to click on that, and then it's going to give me this this circle, kind of like a target color. And I'm going to click on this darker green, and if you watch the tuft of grass, it's going to turn into the exact same shade.
Yeah, you've done that. You've done a nice job there.
Oh, thanks, Dom. Shucks. Right. Right. So I'll do that. I'm just showing off now, really. So I need to stop. A few in front of the lake. I think that works nicely. Okay. And the last thing maybe I'm going to do is I want some kind of path to the activity center. So for that, path is going to be an interesting one. You're going to have to be creative here. Maybe you're going to have to look for a line.
Okay.
Curved line.
Yeah. I wonder where you get that. Maybe in shapes. No, not so
Yeah.
much. Actually, stock icons might be better.
Oh yeah, I've gone into shapes. Yeah. Stock icons. Curved.
Line. A lot of them are arrows.
Yeah.
Which I suppose you could. I wonder if you can.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'm going to use this guy here.
Yeah, that.
I'm going to bring that in
on the screen.
And then, and then I'm going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color to a kind of a nice gravelly grey.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to rotate it using the rotate tool. So the rotate tool, you just grab this little rotate wheel here. Oops. Wasn't meant to happen. There we go. Something like that. And then I'm going to bring that down and I'm going to enlarge it so that the arrowhead disappears just off the side.
I'm way ahead of you here. Way ahead.
There we go. And maybe what I'll do is tuck that behind the front hill.
Right,
just for extreme fuss-potness. There we are. Olympic level for spotting. There we are. Right. I think I'm going to have to leave this first scene now because it's getting a bit silly. Right. Cool. I'd love to have a look at yours, Dom, see how you're getting on.
Oh, I mean, can you deal with it? Are you going to be able to deal with it?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Oh,
looking good.
Look at that activity center. Look at yours.
I know. Well, I thought, I put a lot of time into the woodwork, and it's a multi-story.
Got an upstairs. Oh,
I've got some depth of field going on with different shades of green. I'm happy with that.
I like the sun. Is it rising or is it?
Oh, it's rising. You're not wrong there.
Yeah. It does look like the morning sun. Yeah, I really like that. Cool. Yeah, that's great. So there's scene one. Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to save that as scene one.
Mm-hmm.
So up at the top, just above here, we can add a title to the page. Now we've already saved the actual project with a name, but we can also name the pages within the project. So I'm just going to call this scene one. There we go. And I'm ready now to start my next scene. So in my next scene, we're going to be inside the activity center, and we're going to have the kind of the visitor's point of view, walking in through the door and seeing one of the friendly staff members standing behind the counter. Okay.
Can't guarantee they're going to be friendly, but we can always dream.
We're in Wales, Dom. Everybody is friendly in Wales, as you know.
Sure, forgetting.
Come on, right. So let's add a page. So to add a page to this project, up at the top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the Add button. Now you got three options. Now, if you wanted to change the size, you could click on custom size. We don't want to do that. That doesn't make any sense. If your next scene is really similar to the first scene, but maybe things have moved around, then it might make sense for you to duplicate this current page. But for us, we want a fresh start. Okay, kind of a blank piece of paper. So I'm just going to add a new page, and it's going to be the same size. So I choose that, and it's just going to give me an empty page again. All right. So now what we're going to do? Well, we're going to build up our next scene that we want in our video. As I just said, I wanted to look as if we've just stepped into the activity center, and I can see some staff around the place and maybe some cool pictures on the wall of people having fun and that kind of thing. You know what I got. Okay. So let's go for it. I'm going to start off again with maybe a background color. Okay, so maybe I'm going to think, right, what color is the wall going to be in this?
Well, it's a woody hut, isn't it?
It is a woody hut, but maybe the walls aren't. Maybe it's got wallpaper, perhaps. I don't know. Or do you think it's got
plastered? Might be plasterboarded.
Could be. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for just wood. It's going to be dark. I'm going to go for a light. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'll go for a light orangey. That could pass as wood.
Very nice.
Okay, and then let's go for the floor. Okay, so I'm going to go into elements, shapes. Okay, and now then, let's have a look at rectangles in here. Whoops. Oh, that's giving me a rectangle with an outline, which I wasn't really planning on. But
yeah, you can just switch that off, can't you? So that's all right.
Yeah. Or you can just get rid of the border thickness. This border thickness, just bring it all the way down. Okay. So I'm just gonna set that down there. Resize gives me my floor. And I'm going to go for a darker kind of wood color here. There we go. Lovely. And now I want a desk. So let's see if I can get a desk in the stock icons.
I mean, we didn't even compare notes at the start, but we're doing remarkably well to be in sync here.
Are we? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, some of these desk icons have actually got a person behind it,
So
wow. If you're
I didn't even think of that. I just went to the rectangle.
Yeah, so if you're in a rush, you could just find one icon that kind of tells most of your story, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Caption, maybe.
I like that. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to pop that on a rectangle, as you said, I think.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a nice one.
If you're scrolling through shapes and you see a shape that you think might be useful later on, just add it to your page. That's one of today's top tips for you folks, okay? Because
that's a good idea.
Guaranteed, if you try and go back and find it, you won't be able to find it. So if you're scrolling through and you see something that you like, just add it to your page. Doesn't matter where, does it? It's you can go anywhere really. Just get it in there so that you can move it to the page you wanted or put it in the place that you want. So this came with this kind of strange building behind my person. Do you see that, Dom? It's just really
oh yeah.
It's really strange. So I got options there. I could frame it. I could put a picture frame around that. Or I could just put a rectangle, the exact same color as my background color, over it, just to hide it. So I'm going to have a little think about that, what I'm going to do. And then, let's see. And then, obviously, this person, I'm going to just have to pick one color for my person, which, again, is, it's quite liberating. It speeds you up because...
Sure.
I'm just going to go with yellow because maybe it's a yellow polo shirt. And then, I just have to deal with that. Right, yeah, this little image in the back. Let's see if there's a picture frame.
There is. I've got one here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is fun.
Are you having fun, Dom?
Yeah, I'm like, wow. I've never really done this kind of thing in Express. It's funny, isn't it? It's good fun.
It is fun, yeah. I actually really like this picture frame here. Have you used that one as well? This guy?
No, I haven't actually. That's better than mine.
I'm sure it's not, Dom. I'm sure yours is wonderful. Come on.
Well, it is, but it doesn't make it not better.
Right. There we go. So yeah, now I'm just adding some stuff in, really.
Yeah.
Just thinking about the things that you might be seeing in this activity center.
Yeah, I mean, map could be a good one.
Yeah, like that.
I've nicked your picture frame because I thought that was a great idea.
That's fine.
There is one with hills on it, but I think I have got it in there, but I might go for maps. Map, see what we got. One on the wall, don't you?
And it's amazing how quickly you could just build something really cool and fun looking up.
Yeah.
It just gets you thinking creatively. And this is exactly how you're going to need to think when you're working on your actual animations.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Okay.
Oh, a couple of stairs. That's a nice idea. You got a window. Yeah. Tuck that behind the desk. Do me a favor. Tuck that behind the desk for me.
What my plan here is that's going to be white, and then I'm going to just put a rectangle behind it as the outside, my blue sky outside.
Oh, okay. Now that's a smart idea. You see, this is where Meredith shows his worth, you see, because that's a cracking idea.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You can't say that he's not a fusspot, but that's a really good idea. Whether it's actually needed or not is just absolutely it's beside the point. Artistically, that's fantastic work. Look at that.
It's absolutely not needed. Yeah, I'm going to move away from the white UPVC window, I think, and I'm going to go for there we go. Oh, yes. Lovely.
Right. You want to see mine?
Cool. I'm just going to put one finishing touch on here, Dom.
Oh, here we go.
Which is...
Oh, he's only gone and nailed it there. Yeah. Hats off to you. That's a smart little choice.
Okay. Go on then. Let's have a look.
There we go. Let me get it on there. Add to stage. There we go.
Oh, you got some people hiking in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And they had the potential to be lost. And they thought, you know what? We need to go and check the central map. And then this girl at the desk is going to give them one of the free complimentary maps that obviously the centre provides, and everyone's going to be happy. This is going to be a really happy day in this reception.
And they can take that pot plant with them to nibble on.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you one thing that you do need to do is you need to name your scene.
I do. Let's name this a scene too. Yeah.
I'm keeping him honest, everyone. I am keeping him honest.
Yeah. I did remember, obviously. I was just waiting for you to remind me. Yes.
So basically, when they're storyboarding, this is, however many sort of scenes they want to make. Have you got any guidance on how many scenes you might think would be a good thing for these future sessions that we're going to do?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, if we're going to be creating a video or an animation, we're probably going to be aiming for something like 30 seconds. Something like that. So social media videos don't usually need to be any longer than that. So if you're thinking, in terms of scenes, that's probably about 4 scenes. That's about it. 4 or 5 scenes.
Yeah.
About 3 seconds each. So 3 to 5 seconds each. That's probably going to be ample. So if I was doing this now and carrying on, I don't think we need to make another scene here today, do we, Dom? But yeah, for you guys back in class, what you want to show next, obviously, is some of the activities themselves.
Yeah.
So maybe have some people out there mountain biking, abseiling, co-steering, whatever the activities are. And yeah, aim to have, around 5 scenes is what I'd go for. If you want to add an extra one in, then go for it. But don't make it too long. Otherwise, it's going to be impossible to actually get this all finished.
Yeah. And maybe what we might say is that, some duplicates would be good, certainly if you're doing your outdoor things, because I suppose when they're doing their animation, you don't want to be creating an outdoor scene from scratch all the time.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. You could just duplicate your first scene and then select everything and just enlarge it to kind of zoom in on just the lake or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of those original things that you've chosen are going to be good. It's good to recycle those to give you some more time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool. Well, I've had a load of fun on this session, Dom. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's class. I love doing it for stuff like that. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Hope that was useful, and good luck with your own video storyboarding. See you on the next session.
Hwyl fawr.